What do you want to season the broccoli with?
Old Bay is technically for seafood, but I feel like it could work well on veggies.
Yeah, I think so.
I just don't know.
That looks kind of old though. When's the expiration date on that?
I don't think you can even read it.
Let me see it.
Right there.
Yeah.
It says same great taste for over 75 years. We're fine. Headphone warning. Is Daddy sleeping?
No!
Daddy's sleeping on the job?
Wake up!
Wake up, Daddy.
Wake up, Dad! Wake up!
I'm awake. Alright, time to change your diapers. Time to get a clean diaper.
How'd it go?
So, on the way there, they touched the toll cart, but then on the way home, they just like had me hold it.
And they
brought
scanned
out of
it?
and scanned it, yeah, without touching anything.
Much better.
Yeah, it's like, why didn't they do that on the way there?
No kidding. So we have to cross a toll bridge. Do you want to explain?
Yeah, so on the way, basically anywhere we go, except for me, you have to spit up on your shirt.
I know.
Except for me going to work, we have to take the toll bridge, and so we have to pay the toll. And so we have a card, handed them the card. She
Yeah.
didn't have gloves on.
How many people would you say go across that bridge every day?
I mean, there was 4 people right in front of me, so
It's like thousands.
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Well,
100.
yeah, it's hard to say.
And right now it's maybe less, but still a lot of interaction going on there.
Yeah, so the whole thing that just doesn't make sense in my mind. So all the restaurants are either takeout only, drive-through, like no, you can't sit down. The dining rooms are not open. But Walmart was really freaking busy. Hy-Vee was really busy. Target, really busy. So, obviously people aren't staying home.
Nope. Yep.
It's not gonna work.
Nope. Yeah, he texted me that and I said, that's exactly why this thing is gonna last way longer than 2 weeks. It's because all those people are mingling and that's just gonna perpetuate the virus being spread. Brad picked up an online grocery order that we placed and now all the groceries is nice because they just load them into the back of your car.
And they didn't make me sign anything or anything like that?
No interaction with them at all.
Correct.
So that's really the only way we would entertain getting groceries at this point. But there's still the potential for the groceries themselves to be contaminated. And this is something I've learned just by other people discussing this, is how they get their groceries or their packages in the mail, how they get them inside. Just making the assumption that anything from the outside world has the potential to be contaminated. So our plan is to take everything out of the bags in the driveway.
And to have one of these cream eggs.
And have a cream egg. Take everything out in the driveway out of the plastic sacks with gloves on, and then sanitize all of the groceries. Throw the plastic sacks directly into the garbage outside, and then bring the stuff in, throw away the gloves. That's the plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
People are gonna think this sounds insane. But it's legit. Everything is bleached and inside, including Brad's phone and door handles, steering wheel, anywhere that might have been touched on the car. So I'll be the first to acknowledge how ridiculous this sounds, but at this point I'm just not willing to risk it. Additionally, I wanted to point out that bleach isn't my first choice for cleaning my home like on the regular. However, when something like this is going on, I weigh the risks of using bleach and like how toxic that might be if used over and over for long term. Weigh that with the risks of maybe using something that's not strong enough or not effective. And at this point, and also like when we went through the norovirus type stomach bug thing, for those times I'm gonna use bleach for sure, and I think everybody should. just to, I think there's, like I said, in everything there's a risk-benefit analysis that you can make, and right now it's not worth the risk. I'm using bleach. What's Aunt LaLa doing? Guys, do you want like shoes on and stuff? Hey guys, you want some shoes on? Yeah! How about a jacket? You want a jacket? What's she doing? LaLa's out there? Yeah? We finally realized that we needed to lower this down so she could reach the ground, and now she's a jumping fool. Go girl! Go girl! That's so fun! Jumpy, jumpy! Are you having so much fun? So we, for a hot minute, decided we were gonna go ahead and potty train the twins. That was an epic fail. After like 5 minutes, they both were crying to be back in their diapers. Go girl!
Well, measure with this.
That's 6
How
foot.
many feet do you think this is? 5?
I don't know.
That's how I'm gonna distance myself.
It's kind of like that movie about the couple that has, what is it, cystic fibrosis that can't be any closer than 6 feet. Isn't the movie called something like that?
I have no idea what you're
You know
talking
what
about.
There was a movie that
No.
came out recently.
Immunity problem.
Yeah, and it was like 2 teenagers that fell in love, but they both had. I think
They were
cystic
immunocompromised.
Yeah. You could just turn that thing on and blow it at us, and then anything.
LaLa Lane's looking awfully nice today.
It is.
It's really a gorgeous day.
It really is. That's sun. It's one of those days where it's in the 40s, but it feels like it's almost 60.
It's the front porch effect, but for the whole area.
Yeah. So one of my very best friends, so exciting. She's having a baby in May, and her baby shower was supposed to be next month. So it's a huge bummer because they're not allowing gatherings of more than 10. I think it is the consensus that I've heard in Kansas City until at least, I'm going to be completely wrong on this. I think it's no more than 10 until May 15th is what's standing out, but that's not on the record. So I'm going through the twins' books. I think I've decided I'm going to send her just a bunch of books that were the twins' favorites. So I'm going through the books to get inspiration for what was our favorites. This is definitely going to be one of them. On the Night You Were Born by Nancy Tillman. Basically anything by Nancy Tillman has been a winner in our house, and I'll link all of these below. Another one that we read all the time since birth is Little Blue Truck. That's going on there for sure. All the World. This is the very first book that we read to the twins when they came home from the hospital, like the first book we read to them at night, and it was part of our night routine when we started to establish that. They love this book. Bear can basically recite the entire thing because he's heard it so many times. So that's going on there. And then we have some in Lyndall's room too, but she's really into this one book in particular, Where Do Giraffes Go to Bed? Or Where Does a Giraffe Go to Bed? We read that basically every night to her if she doesn't convince us to do a sticker book. I like the board books for babies because that's one of the first skills that is really fun to see them do, is to turn a page in a board book. Eloise is just now at the point where she's starting to learn how to do that, and it's really cute and frustrating at the same time because it like prevents you from reading. But that's when having the books memorized comes in handy. So our bookshelf is just pristinely organized so I can clearly see all of the books that we have, which is nice.
You're welcome.
This is bad. Maybe that's one of the things we can do while we're all stuck at home. Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. That's a really good one. It's really like rhymey and has a good beat to it. This book is great when they're the twins' age. They cannot get enough of this one. Lyndall really likes What Is Poop, but I'm trying to stick to things that are more appropriate for a little baby. So we'll definitely do Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. I'm gonna keep looking. I'll let you know what I come up with. So a couple more I grabbed were the Look Look book. This is a favorite of ours for all of our babies. It has really high contrast pictures that they love to look at. Right, baby Eloise?
Are you sure you want some of this?
Ha 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 ha. Wow. They're smiling. Children smiling. Yeah, so that one, and It's Time to Sleep, My Love. And I think that rounds out what I just ordered for my friend Leah. I also ordered a new book for Lyndall. Well, it's for both of them, but it's mainly for Lyndall because it's about a magical wishing tree and a unicorn or something. And it's by Nancy Tillman, so it's gotta be good.
Oh yeah.
The kids are enjoying some independent playtime, which it's a lot like sleep training, where if they don't want to play independently, I'm talking about Lyndall, then she throws a fit. But playing independently is widely known to promote creativity, and it's just really good for them to be able to do that without being directed by somebody else. Even when you're sitting there playing with them and letting them make the decisions, there's still some influence that we have on their playing that inhibits their own creativity and learning process. So, not to make this a tangent or a rant, but it's really important for kids to have some time that they play independently. And Lyndall is not super great at it yet, but she's getting better. So they've been in there probably 25 minutes now. She cried for maybe 5 of it in the middle. She got real upset, and I went in and talked to her and I said, you can play or you can cry. And that's totally up to you, but you need to use this time to by yourself in either yours or Bear's room. And they can choose whether they want to play with each other or whether they want to play by themselves, right, Eloise? Eloise is fantastic at independent play. Aren't you? Yeah. She'll just hang out with her little butterfly, and I mean, she'll lay there for like 45 minutes will pass, and I'll obviously be checking on her periodically, but she'll just be hanging out by herself without anybody needing to do anything.
Thank the Lord.
I know. I don't know what we would do if that weren't the case.
So in that last clip, I asked Rachel, are you sure you want some of this? This is my last bottle of KBS. I mean, like, world ranked one of the best beers on the planet. It's from a brewery up in Grand Rapids called Founders. And they only come out with, Eloise is laughing. And they only come out with this beer once a year, which actually was just a couple of weeks ago. So hopefully I can replenish my supply and get some new ones. The thing is, they just don't distribute everywhere, so it's really hard to come by. And they don't make a lot because it's like aged for over a year in a bourbon barrel. So they just can't produce a ton of it. So hopefully I can find some 2020 edition. Times sure have changed, haven't they, honey?
Yes.
And instead of catered music that we request, our happy hour music is Cocoa Melon. Not very often, though. What do you want to season the broccoli with?
Old Bay is technically for seafood, but I feel like it could work well on veggies.
Yeah, I think so.
I just don't know.
That looks kind of old, though. When's the expiration date on that?
I don't think you can even read it.
Let me see it.
I think it's probably right there.
Yeah.
It says same great taste for over 75 years. We're fine.
Tonight's pick, Togo.
You always pick good movies. I always historically pick really bad ones.
She does.
I do.
That was my finger.
There's gonna be a little bit of an issue. Will you turn it around and show what your view is?
I already did.
Oh, can I show mine?
Yeah. Might need to scoot my way a little.
Yeah, we're gonna have to snuggle. Sorry.
Let's do it.
If you guys don't put chocolate chips in your popcorn so that it melts, you're missing out.
Totally.
Did I teach you that?
Yes.
You're welcome.
Thanks, honey. Ooh, this is based on a true story.
I need my glasses. Will you go get my glasses, please?
No. You just want to borrow mine?
You won't be able to see.
What is today? Thursday.
Thursday, March 26th.
Live update. Obviously, the footage that you just watched was from last Saturday, the 21st.
It was a fun day.
It was a really fun day. We're all symptom-free, super healthy, having a great time.
Mm-hmm. We hope you are the same.
I've been staying really busy. A lot of it, I'm what's called the OIC, so the officer in charge of my unit that's down in Springfield. And so just daily emails, daily reports. And still at this point, they're asking for volunteers for a response team. We have one guy that's on orders. If you haven't seen in the news, the Navy's actually sending their 2 hospital ships. The Mercy's going to LA and the Comfort's going to New York. You know, the good thing is, so like my guy specifically is going on the Comfort up to New York. The good thing is they're not taking care of the COVID-19 patients. They're taking care of the rest of the patients so that the local hospitals can focus on the COVID-19 response. So it's a little bit of a safer mission, I would say. So at this point, they're still taking volunteers. So it's not mandatory that I have to go or anything. You know, and honestly, as an optometrist, there's just not a lot for me to do. They could pull me to do paperwork and stuff, but just not very likely.
I guess it's just a little unnerving that they're all the way down to the level of your specific reserve unit asking for volunteers.
Right.
And potentially, if they don't get enough volunteers, then they could start mandatory activation.
And they've activated 2 of the, it's called the EMF, which is Expeditionary Medical Facilities. So basically it's a field hospital. And that's actually what I did for my 2 weeks active duty last year. I set up a field hospital, saw patients in this field hospital. Well, they're doing that. There's 2 that are getting activated. So hopefully I won't get activated and I'll just be able to continue to do paperwork and stuff from here.
Oh my gosh, I can't imagine.
Yeah, could you imagine doing this alone? So for all those that are doing this alone, you're awesome.
Godspeed.
Kudos to you.
I guess one last thing is the silver lining or the good news in all of this is that your 1 weekend a month that he does for the reserves is now going to be able to be done from home.
Yeah, so I'll be able to telework, which is really good because that means I don't need to shave.
You don't?
Or get my hair cut. Actually, the Navy's relaxing hair standards, and we're not taking our normal PT test.
Until fall, or?
Physical fitness test until fall. Yeah.
Wow, they're just skipping the spring one altogether?
Yep, for everybody.
Wow.
All right, well, let's get baby Eloise out of here. Bye.